Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and we're just kind of going through some of the snakes now that I'm really sad to part with, but we are definitely going to part with. This is one. Typically, I wouldn't have shown this on camera because that's just a little bit of stuck shed, but what the hell? I don't really care at this point. We can show something like that now because we're getting out. Truth is, everybody is going to have that from time to time. That does YouTube. We just choose not to show an animal that's got that 9 times out of 10. Doesn't mean we don't have animals get a little bit of retained shed. We just don't want to deal with the people going, stuck shed, but don't think because you're struggling with a little bit of stuck shed every now and then, especially at certain times of the year, depending on where you live, that, you're doing something necessarily wrong. Yeah, you can bump up humidity. There's things to do to try to prevent that, but it's not like you're being a bad keeper. Everybody's going to deal with that some. So why are we showing off this snake? Well, I really like this snake. It's one of the best paradoxes we've ever bred because you've got the... You're going to run around on me, aren't you? Yes, you are. Come here. Come on. Because you've got the really cool split head, which I think is awesome right there, where it's 2 colors. And then you got this little paradox spot here, and then you have this whole chunk here. Bananas, to me, are one of the best snakes if you like paradoxes to breed. Because there's probably a lot more paradoxes than we realize, right? But it depends on what kind of snake this was. And what this is a banana mahogany. So like where the banana didn't code, it's really, really evident. I mean, you can really see that. If this was just a mahogany and part of the mahogany didn't code, it was just normal, you may not really see that as well or as much because the colors would be so similar already that it'd be like, well, whatever. But here, it is super, super evident, and it makes for a really cool looking snake that is absolutely not a normal looking animal, which is what I really like about this one. Just really cool. While I got her out, I'm just kind of feeling through her. Yeah, you were just holding on to some air. You're good. Felt like she had a hard spot in there, but she doesn't. And they can. There's a disease they can get, which will calcify through all the ribs and will end up being very, very rigid. But we're not dealing with that. That was what I was actually concerned with for about a second. But nope, she was just holding on to some muscle tone there. Everything feels great. So you also got this little spot here at the tail that I do think is a paradox, but that could just be a group of freckles. Because again, it's a banana, right? So you're going to get these freckles. So all these freckles are not paradoxing. That's just part of the banana. But this definitely is, and the head definitely is, and that spot on the neck definitely is. So I just love this snake because anybody can make a banana mahogany, right? It's nothing super unique. And the truth of the matter is, any combo you make, anybody else can make that combo. Even if you're the first one in the world to make a combo, which we've been, it doesn't make it really that unique because it's just throwing 3 or 4 things together and out pops this. And I mean, any idiot that's got those snakes can do that. This is not something that you have to be a fucking rocket scientist to do. Obviously, I did it. But this, you can't just recreate this. You can't go, well, I'm going to throw a banana and a mahogany together and get this kick-ass paradox. This is unique, truly one of a kind, cannot be recreated. There'll be other paradoxes, sure, but not just like this one, and you can't breed for it. Like, it has to just kind of happen by nature's accident, which makes it even cooler. So this is one that I've always loved because I've used this snake when people come a lot to show off what a paradox looks like and kind of what's going on and talk about the genetics on that. And it's just awesome. So I'm going to miss this one a lot, a whole lot, but it is what it is. Kerning, you want to add?
No.
What do you think of this guy, or girl, I should say?
She's cool.
She's cool. Kurt is a man of many words. If you guys only knew when he wasn't on camera. She's cool is about what I'm going to go. That's all I got. Again, these are kind of shorts because we're just really kind of just sharing some animals. Part of this, guys, too, I'll be honest, part of this I ain't doing it for you. We always talked for a long time that we make videos, kind of for us. Like, as much as for other people. We want to help other people and whatnot, but I'm not going to bow to the pressure of, oh, we just need to make this video or follow this trend is. Because one day, I'm going to be old. I'm already old, right? One day I'm going to be old. And when I get that old, my memory may not be the same as it once was. Some of those things may have faded over time. But I'll be able to go back and look at this part of my life always and remember what I did and when I did it and how I did it and remember other things that go connected to it. So these videos, they're just as much for me in the long term as they are for anybody else. It's a kind of a living journal of the reptile work we did. And I look forward to being, 85, 90 years old, hopefully still kicking, and, using this to help jog my memory, or showing the littles in the family at the time, like, yeah, your great uncle was kind of a crazy guy and did do these things here, and here's the proof of it. So it's partly for that too. Crane, you want to add?
No.
Are you going to use the videos for that purpose?
Sure.
Sure. Again, man, a few words. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.